the Glory SuperFight Series.
Oh, spinning shot right to the liver. Oh, and a right hand. Almost a baby little hook shot.
The heavyweights.
Nordine Mahadine, nice shot there, Lance. He's mixing his strikes phenomenally. A left kick specialist. What a shot from Masaya Kubo! Oh, and a sneaking right hand to his corner. He's coming forward and pressing her. He's moving and kicking.
Jamie Bates is constantly changing up his style.
Hello and bienvenue from Lyon, France. We welcome those of you watching in over 180 countries around the world, including in the United States on UFC Fight Pass. We are in Lyon, a fantastic city, and there is the Palais de Sport, where tonight we've got 5 fights for you in 5 different weight classes alongside the former Glory welterweight champion of the world. My name is Todd Grisham, and Joe, you know Lyon is known as the culinary capital of this country. How has your dining experience been?
Well, I'm a big fan of French food. I love escargot, but I have to say my highlight is eating that cheeseburger in Old Town Lyon.
The best you've ever had.
Best I've ever had.
And of course it has a piece of Canadian bacon for the Canadian. It was good. All right, let's show you what we have on our kickboxing feast tonight. We've got those 5 fights: featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, heavyweight. Every single division is represented, Joe, and we've got 3 fighters that we certainly want to keep our eye on: Tong Fairtex, Jamie Bates, and Mate Peñas.
Yeah, it's very exciting, these 3 to see, and especially when you look at Tong Fairtex, who's a Muay Thai practitioner, very good left kicker, and he really relies on that left kick in all of his fights, so expect him to throw it over and over again, and he's undefeated in Glory, and I expect him to really climb the ranks quick with his quick, tricky style.
And he's just coming off a big win over Bailey Sugden. As for Jamie Bates, he's the number 8 ranked welterweight in the world, and Joe, this may be our most stacked division.
Yeah, absolutely, and with Jamie Bates, he had some time off, he's really been working on his boxing, and he said coming into this fight, he wants to keep it basic, he wants to be effective, and he's looking to put on spectacular fights.
And then finally, there he is, Peñas, 22-3 with 11 knockouts, and he's won both of his Glory fights within the distance.
Yeah, and it's his tall southpaw style, and he's got good punches, good kicks, and his height really makes it difficult for opponents to come in, and he's always ready with a strike.
So those are the stories to watch, 5 fights to view. Let's get to them right now. The Glory SuperFight Series is on.
The world's premier stand-up combat league returns to the beautiful City of Lights, Lyon, for the SuperFight Series. A city known for its cuisine, plays host to fight talent from 8 countries, creating a combat sport smorgasbord for hungry fans. All of our bouts tonight sanctioned by the FFK-MDA in cooperation with the ISKA. Palais de Sport de Lyon. Are you ready for glory? We begin in the featherweight division and about scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. He made an impressive debut with a win over Chen Chen Li in China. Here is Masaya Kubo.
Here comes Masaya Kubo straight out of Japan. The last time we saw him was in France, Glory 66 Paris. A loss to Alexei Ulyanov, but really no shame in that defeat as we see Ulyanov challenging for the world title next month.
Ulyanov is very technical, very tricky and hard to beat, but Masaya Kubo came in there and tried to throw his left kick like he's known for. You're going to see Kubo really bring an exciting style. It's going to stay in your face, and he's going to have to try to really get inside those left kicks of Tong Fairtex.
He's coming off a split decision victory in the Netherlands at Glory 65. Here is Tong Fairtex.
Well, Joe, this is going to be southpaw versus southpaw, left kick versus left kick.
And Dong Fairtex is still new to the kickboxing rules, so he's still building comfort even though he has so much experience on his fights. And a lot of times, southpaws have trouble with other southpaws, so we're going to see how Fairtex responds to that. But his 2 previous glory fights were against guys who like to use their boxing, where Kubo's known for being a kicker as well.
Over 90 professional fights for Dong Fairtex, almost all of them in Muay Thai. Here's our tail to take for our opener. Number 9 ranked Dong Fairtex and Messiah Kubo, both relatively young, especially Fairtex. Over 90 fights at the age of 23. It's outrageous. 5'9" with a 70-inch reach for the Thai fighter.
That professional experience, as we keep mentioning, the big edge for Fairtex, but those have been Muay Thai. The kickboxing rules favor Messiah Kubo, and the KO percentage back to Dong Fairtex.
Glory rules, 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. 3 knockdowns in a round, 4 in the fight, and it's a TKO.
Tonight's bouts will be scored using the following prioritized criteria, starting with knockdowns, followed by cumulative damage inflicted, then followed by number of clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques, followed by normal scoring techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges look for aggression.
Open scoring tonight. 5 judges will score the fight on a 10-point must system. Additional points are deducted for knockdowns or rule violations.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He made it to the finals of the Asian qualifying tournament in Guangzhou. His professional record, 17 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw, and 5 career knockouts. At 5 feet 8 inches tall, 1.73 meters, he went into fight time at 143.1 pounds, 64.9 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Tokyo, Japan, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Messiah Kubo. Now his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, won his debut here in Lyon 1 year ago and arrives tonight on a 10-fight winning streak. His professional record impressive, 69 wins, 20 losses, 3 bouts scored even, and 25 career knockouts. He is undefeated in 2 prior Glory appearances. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, 1.75 meters, he weighed in at 142.2 pounds, 64.5 kilos. He's here tonight, fighting all the way from Pattaya, Thailand. Here is Dong Fairtex. And the third man inside the Glory ropes, your referee is John Axwood.
Okay, fighters, you know the rules. Okay. Break is break, stop is stop. Yes?
Yeah. Good to see John Axwood, the referee, back in his no-nonsense style. Break is break, stop is stop. Messiah Kubo wearing the black gloves tonight. Dong Fairtex in the white. Kubo prepared as well as he could for this fight, Joe, by traveling to Thailand and Patch Panamorung's gym. So he got some sparring in with a lot of elite Muay Thai fighters.
Yeah, especially, Patch being a southpaw as well.
Ooh, nice straight left hand there for Fairtex.
Yeah, Fairtex has been working his boxing a lot, brought in a Philippines boxing coach, and he says he's going to show it tonight, and we're seeing it with that left straight.
So Dong Fairtex worked on his punching. Kubo worked on his kicking.
As a southpaw now, you can hit that outside leg more. Where when you're an open stance, where one fighter's an orthodox, you tend to kick inside leg, arms, body. But southpaw, you get that outside low kick now. And Kubo's gone for it a few times.
If you scour the world, perhaps one of the most dangerous strikes. Whoa, nice sweep there. Not a knockdown. Most dangerous strikes in all of combat sports is a left body kick from a Thai fighter.
Yep, they've thrown that kick probably since they were born till that fight, and they have a lot of experience throwing it. That's why you can see Fairtex really relaxed at only 23 years old with all that experience.
As Bruce Lee said, you don't practice 1,000 kicks once. You practice one kick 1,000 times.
10,000, but it's okay. A little bit more than 1,000.
I'm a little lazier in the gym than you. Good left hand there from Kubo. He's got to watch out for getting his foot caught and then a left hand coming.
Yeah, speaking to Fairtex about his transition to kickboxing, he says the biggest challenge has been the rhythm and the pace. Muay Thai, 5 rounds, slower, more single shots. So getting used to this pace has been something he's trying to get used to.
Do you like the way that Kubo's backing out with his hands up to avoid that high kick?
Well, he's out of range. He knows the distance, so yeah, I have no problems with it. A lot of that, maybe he thinks Fairtex is going to the body, so he kind of slips out.
Ooh, good left hand for Kubo.
Yeah, that could be an advantage for Kubo. Get in, try to box a little bit more, let the hands go. Especially after Fairtex kicks, counter with the hands. Boom, right there. Kubo's got to throw his hands.
Kubo said when he was a young kid he wanted to be a police officer, but had an asthma problem. So his father took him to a Muay Thai class so that he could exercise and strengthen his lung capacity. And he never left the gym.
Break, step back.
Fairtex, you've seen, trying to chop the outside leg and then go upstairs. Changing levels with this rear kick. Kubo using combinations.
Dong Fairtex, 23 years old, 92 professional fights. Wins over Bailey Sugden and Victor Bordage. His debut in glory happened right here in Lyon.
His opponent, Masaya Kubo from Japan. His fight with Chen Cheng Jung was voted Cheng Long Jung. I mixed up 2 different fighters at one. Soldier's signature strike, the body kick, as we mentioned, it's not there today, so he's attacking the outside leg, and he's an animal lover. A lot of fighters are.
Except you hate cats.
Yeah.
We learned Joe does not like cats in our prelims.
Yeah.
And it's not the big cats, the tigers, the pumas.
The little ones.
It's
with the big claws and the sharp teeth.
It's the Hello Kitties of the world.
Break, step back.
Round 2. Not a lot of action in that first round. And all 5 judges scoring it for Dong Fairtex.
Yep, he's just controlling the pace, just doing a little bit more.
And for those of you new to the sport and new to Muay Thai, Fairtex is not actually his last name. You see it on his gloves. A lot of Thai fighters take on the name of their gym. For instance, Pech Panamarung Kiat Mukau fights at the Kiat Mukau gym.
Yep, Sitsong Pinang for Sitachai.
So if I were ever to fight, my name would be Todd LA Fitness.
Okay. You wouldn't come train with me?
Todd Bazooka Joe.
I like it. But I'm liking Dong Fairtex's nice low kicks.
Pretty even on the output. Fairtex a bit more precise. The last couple of fights for Masaya Kubo, we haven't seen that same anger and intensity as we saw from him the first time.
Earlier said, yeah. He just needs to get out there, lay it out a little bit more. I think he's respecting Fairtex a little too much right now. He needs to kind of put some power behind those combinations. But nice low kicks from Fairtex, and the way he's changing levels with it. Kubo thinks it's going low, he's trying to go high.
Break. Break.
Kubo just kind of standing his place there.
Yeah, he's letting Fairtex let those kicks go. He needs to start countering with his punches.
Break.
Do you think fighters give Dong Fairtex a little too much respect?
Well, you have to go after him. You can't just expect to win a point game with someone so experienced at that style.
Break.
I mean, even in Fairtex's last fight, he fought Bailey Sudgen, who's brought the pressure, brought angles, brought the hands, and it was a split decision for Fairtex.
Yeah, Bailey Sugden's camp really upset about that decision, but it was a very close fight.
Yeah.
We get to see Bailey again in Chicago next month. 2 fight cards back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen. Friday and Saturday, first time ever in Glory history. Glory 71 and 72. Bring your throat lozenges, Joe. You're going to need them.
Back to the strong low kicks for Fairtex. We've seen that left straight a couple times. And he wanted to showcase his boxing, but doesn't seem like he has to right now. He's winning with his low kicks.
Right.
Okay, I sit and be one of those angels to get my luggage back. It's quiet and next to me there's a friend with the so we talk. Now what is the
Subscribe to Glory's Snapchat channel with new weekly episodes featuring bone-crushing knockouts, event recaps, along with the best highlights in combat sports. Finding it is easy. Just type in glorykickboxing.com and hit subscribe. Hello to our Glory girls as they get a set for round 3.
All right.
Last time we saw Masaya Kubo fight, he let it all go out in the closing stages of round 3. Let's see if he does the same here, because he is certainly behind on the scorecards.
Yeah, he's just content just sitting there playing a few punches and combinations. He's not really sitting behind any of them. There's no threat to Fairtex.
Yeah, this is like a sparring session for Fairtex.
Kubo's letting Fairtex play his game of single kicks.
Like right now, he just needs to let those hands go. Get inside and bombs away.
Yeah, look at the low kicks landed for Fairtex. 15 to the 7 of Kubo. Yeah, Kubo trying to punch the head a little bit more, but not putting enough sting behind them to do any damage.
Ready. Break.
Yeah, you don't want to clinch with a Muay Thai practitioner like Fairtex.
To be fair, we're criticizing Kubo's strategy, but those body kicks and leg kicks are certainly taking a toll on him.
Yeah, but that's why you have to come forward. In order to shut those kicks down, you need to threaten with something. Otherwise, you know, Fairtex is just going to continue to throw it. If you're going to eat a low kick, come back with one of your rear punches. Sit there, take one to give 2-3 punches.
It seems like Kubo's trying to angle himself to get inside to where he can let his hands go, and once he gets that position, he just doesn't do it.
Yeah, or Fairtex controls distance with his clinch, moves out.
Break.
Yeah, Thong Fairtex will clinch with you all day long.
Yeah, especially if you're going to come inside, crash the distance, he's going for it.
Stop clinching. Fight.
John Axwood with the warning. With his James Earl Jones type voice.
Yeah, Fairtex deciding to clinch a lot in this round.
Break.
Another body kick for Thong Fairtex, who really hasn't to overcome any type of adversity at all in this fight.
Nope, just continuing to chop, move, stay long, or clinch.
Stop.
I'd like to see Fairtex showcase that boxing he's working on.
Why should he have to?
Yeah,
he's won
true.
every round
Break.
Well, if
by
he's
every
winning,
judge.
it's just an opportunity to try it in a fight, get comfortable with it. So when he takes those bigger matches, he's got an opportunity. We talked to him. He feels he's 2 to 3 fights away from the title shot. So, I mean, some of the bigger names in the division, he's going to have to use his hands a little bit more intelligently.
Well, he completely neutralized Masaya Kubo here tonight. The decision from our opener here on the Glory SuperFight Series when we return to Lyon, France.
Glory Kickboxing is the most action-packed fight sport on the planet. Legal strikes are punches, kicks, and knees. Regular bouts are 3 rounds. Championship bouts are 5, and each round is 3 minutes of action. Outfight your opponent for 10-9. Knock them down for 10-8. In a normal bout or tournament final, 3 knockdowns in 1 round or 4 in the entire bout, and the fight is over by TKO. In a tournament semi, 2 knockdowns in 1 round or 3 in the entire bout, and it's all over. Or you can just knock your opponent out. Sweeps, elbows, and grappling are not allowed. Clinching is okay if you follow up with a knee. Glory rules are designed to bring non-stop, fast-paced stand-up action. To find out more, go to glorykickboxing.com.
We welcome you back as we jump into our highlights from this opening contest.
Yep, Dong Fairtex using his Muay Thai style against a fellow southpaw in Kubo. Used a lot of outside low kicks, try to change levels with it. But you can see the power that he has in his left kick. And he just kept attacking the legs of Kubo. Kubo trying to sit in the pocket, trying to get his hands to go. But Fairtex used his clinch, his knees on the inside to neutralize Kubo's punches, and got himself a decision win. And you can check in the strike count. It was obviously the punches of Kubo versus the kicks of Fairtex.
Here's our final strike count. Kubo did better with headshots, but after that, it's pretty much Dong Fairtex. Although the final stats tell a little bit of a different story, Joe, but in my mind, there's really no debate who won this fight.
Absolutely.
Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here now are the totals. One judge scores at 29-28. The 4 remaining judges all see it 30-27. A unanimous decision, all for your winner, Dong Fairtex.
So 3-0 for Fairtex. Who do you want to see him in there with next, Joe?
Well, I think he's got to continue to climb the ranks. There's a lot of good fighters. I mean, you can see guys like Esbiri, Zakaria Zugari, even guys like, I would like to see someone like Asa Tempao really step up and see what he can do. But, I mean, I think there's a lot of good fights for him in the future as he develops.
Well, still to come here from Lyon, British welterweight Jamie Bates is back, and he promises to implement a more aggressive style tonight. But it's hard to be more aggressive than his opponent, Turkey's Vedat Hudak. He had to be pulled apart from Bates during yesterday's weigh-in. But coming up next, one of Bazooka Joe's favorite young fighters, Garrick Pillay, will look to once again entertain his French fans as he faces Glory debutant Muhammad Hindu. That's up next when we return to Lyon.
And I don't think he want to win like this. So, let's do it again. I will get well soon. I will hit the gym, and I will knock this guy out.
You want to have one more fight and want to end as the best, you got to face the best, and that's me.
right, Leon. Leon. All right, Leon, it is now time for the lightweights. His debut comes on the heels of winning 4 of his last 5 fights. Please welcome Mohammed Handouf.
Mohammed Handouf fighting out of Brussels, Belgium. Already has 42 professional fights, 35 wins. Last February won an 8-man tournament in the Netherlands.
Yeah, and Handouf is really known for his combinations and his cardio. He trains with the welterweight champ Cedric Doumbé, and he helped Doumbé train for Nicky Holtzkin, and Doumbé says he has one of the best gas tanks than anyone he's ever trained with. So let's see how that conditioning is.
That says a lot because Cedric Doumbé is known for his cardio as well, but says he can't compete with Mohammed, who's won 8 of his last 10 fights. He was very excited about this tonight as he makes his glory debut. Says it's a dream come true, and he won't let his fans down.
His 3rd round TKO here in Lyon 1 year ago sent shockwaves through the lightweight division. Here is Garrick Belay.
A nice ovation for Garrick Belay, who's just 23 years old. And Joe, he's already one of your favorite fighters. Why?
Yeah, I think he's going to be an amazing prospect because he's only 23 years old and he comes to fight. He's not intimidated. He's got hard low kicks. And I just see his style. It's entertaining. He goes for finishes, and he's just really fun to watch.
Here's our tale of the tape. Garrick Belay ranked number 9 in the lightweight division, 23 years old, 5'11", as is Mohammed Handouf. He's 29. They have the exact same height and weight, or height and reach tonight. The weight's slightly different for Handouf.
Professional experience, the edge going to Handouf, but the KO percentage going to, Belay, and he's got an impressive record, Belay, in 31 wins with only 3 losses.
We are once again scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He won an 8-man tournament in the Netherlands earlier this year. His professional record, 35 wins, 6 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 8 career knockouts. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at fight time at 154.1 pounds, 69.9 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Morocco. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mohammed Handouf. His opponent fighting from the white corner, an ISKA amateur French champion and a karate black belt. As a professional, 31 wins with just 3 losses, 14 of those wins coming by knockout. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, and he weighed in at an even 153 pounds, 69.4 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Burgundy, France, here is Garrick Belay. Your referee in charge of this contest, Paul Nichols.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules that you're fighting to. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions? Touch gloves if you like. Push back.
This crowd is amped for the 23-year-old. Garrick Belay, 34 pro fights, only 3 losses. Scheduled for 3 rounds. Belay in the white gloves, Handouf in the black.
Yeah, you see Handouf already ready to block Belay's low kicks.
A tight shell defense for Belay.
Yep, good combinations already. You're going to see Belay use straight punches, set up the body, mixes low kicks. Belay being intelligent. He knows Handouf's ready for the low kick. So he feints and goes to the back leg. Now back to the lead leg.
Tried the flying knee.
And Doof just wants to stay in the pocket. Maybe to get Belay to waste some of his energy. And if he has that good conditioning.
Oh, good knee again from Belay.
Yeah, he's mixing his strikes well. You see Belay hit the body with his punches, his kicks, his knees.
Belay told us one of his advantages in this division is his size. He's usually much taller and longer, but tonight it's even Steven with Hendouf.
Yeah, Hendouf looks big and tall.
Amazing that Hendouf can still make this weight at 29 years old.
Nice combination work from Hendouf.
Both fighters looking impressive thus far.
Yeah, Hendouf does have a lot of experience. He's the more experienced fighter. He's older, has a few more fights.
Level change there for Hendouf.
Yeah, Belay goes right back to the body and low kick.
Who can keep up this pace? That's what it might boil down to. Whoa, high kick blocked partially by Hendouf. Good job getting that left hand back up.
Yeah, Hendouf's pressure is impressive. He doesn't give Belay any space to kind of get his combinations off.
It's that gas tank that Cedric Doumbé told us about. He never stops coming.
Yeah, look, Hendouf even now in southpaw, changing his stances.
He's not letting Belay breathe, Joe.
No, not at all. Let's see what Belay can do. We saw him mix some uppercuts and hooks.
When you're facing a guy with this kind of output, do you maybe not try and match him punch for punch and hold your power shots back?
Well, it depends. I mean, if you feel like you're losing, you can't let Hendouf gain momentum like he's doing now.
Boy, everything is coming up roses right now for Hendouf. How impressive was that?
Yeah, very nice. That pressure, man, and his combination work when he started gaining momentum looked awesome.
Garrick Belay, the number 9 ranked lightweight in the world today, a former French national champion. He's won 5 of his last 6, including a victory over William Goldie Galloway in Paris back in June.
His opponent, Mohamed Hendouf, representing Morocco, frequently sparring with Cedric Doumbé. Signature strike, the left hook. Won 4 of his last 5, and in this fight, his pressure's doing really well.
And there he is, drinking a Monster Energy. Cedric Doumbé, the Glory welterweight champion of the world, was supposed to fight tonight. Had an injury, had to pull out, but he's here supporting his teammate Mohamed Hendouf, and he warned us how good this guy was.
Yeah, but so far, round 1 conditioning and pressure is really paying off.
And they go right at it here in round 2.
Yeah, but you're going to see from Belay, he doesn't give up. He's going to keep coming forward, and 3 out of the 5 gave it to Belay.
Well, that is a bit of a surprise.
Well, Belay did well in the beginning of the first round, where Hendouf started to pick it up near the end. So it was a very close first round.
Look at the output. Both fighters, 105 total thrown. Maybe we got caught up in it, Joe. It seemed like they went strike for strike. I could have sworn Hendouf at least landed 30 or 40 more punches.
Yeah, just the volume from both guys are impressive. Hendouf doesn't seem to stop.
Let us know what you think of this fight on social media. Use the hashtag Glory70 SuperFight Series. Rights and lefts connecting now for Hendouf.
Hendouf doesn't stop throwing. I mean, you see Belay throw 1 strike, and Hendouf comes back with 3, 4, 5. So it's really hard for Belay to open up to get his power shots. Now he's starting to swing. He saw an opening, some air to breathe, and threw some power.
And remember, it's Belay, who's 6 years younger than Hendouf. You think he'd have a little bit more energy. There's a nice exit low kick.
Yeah, one of my favorites. You see Belay trying to throw knees as Hendouf comes in, but the output in the straight punches from Hendouf's making it difficult.
You don't see that where he steps back and avoids the punch. He usually just stays right in the mixer.
Good angle work from Hendouf.
Now Belay picking his shots a little better. Oh, a big left Belay takes a big step back. The Belgian going right after him.
Yeah, Belay's not going to stop coming forward. No matter how hurt he is, he's coming.
Great action here in the second round. I thought Belay was going to go down. Hook there for Belay.
And now he's trying to pressure, come forward, throw the power punches. He's realizing if he backs up and stays in the shell, Hendouf keeps scoring.
Hendouf is like a wind-up toy. You wind him up for 3 minutes and you let him rip.
And he's switching stances. That output is just insane.
Glory history will be made next month as the city of Chicago plays host to not one, but 2 events. Glory 71 and 72 at the Wintrust Arena, November 22nd and November 23rd. 2 nights, 2 world championships.
You can see some of the work from Hendouf is just that volume. And he noticed that Belay was opening up, so he kind of slipped his head trying to throw his punches. Ooh, you see Cedric Doumbé enjoying that.
Be interesting to see how the judges score that one. It seemed to me like a Hendouf round.
Yeah, it has to, especially with the more damaging shot coming from that left hook. You got to give that round to Hendouf.
Either way, it's all up for grabs in the 3rd round. Mohamed Hendouf in his Glory debut wearing the black gloves, Belay in the white. There's your judges' scores again. It's anybody's fight.
All comes down to Judge 3.
Let's see how much gas Belay has in his tank. We know Hendouf can fight all night. Head punches off the chart for Hendouf.
Yeah, Belay needs to keep coming forward, trying to push Hendouf back. Belay's going back to his signature strike, the low kicks. Now Hendouf with combinations. He's got to keep that output.
Still waiting for Belay to land that one big heavy shot. We saw Hendouf land a left hook in the 2nd round.
Yeah, I mean, I think Belay now is just, if he doesn't have that power, he just needs to keep pressuring.
Oh, big left hand connecting there for Belay after he took a shot. But you gotta love it that Belay's coming forward now.
Yep, that's his best strategy. I mean, when Hendouf has momentum, it's really hard to break that rhythm he has. You can hear the French crowd cheering Belay on.
Oh, nice left hand for Hendouf. We may have our fight of the night unfolding right before our eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons I picked Belay as my top prospect, because he always brings the fight. But Hendouf's doing a phenomenal, debut.
The fact that Hendouf still has the wherewithal and the energy to step out, swing around, and land a punch like that's incredible.
Yep, good footwork and angling.
45 seconds to go. The winner of the 3rd round wins the fight. Face first went Mohamed.
They just exchanged low kicks now.
Look at Hendouf.
He just doesn't stop.
And neither does Belay. A double jab for him.
Fight!
Oh, and a nice knee.
Belay landed a nice clean left hook there.
Will we have some late round drama? 10 seconds to go. They're throwing bombs.
All comes down to that one judge.
What a fight! And it's ended by a high kick from Mohammed Hindouf. Joe, as cliche as it sounds, there are no losers in this one.
No, absolutely. I mean, great fight. That output, the conditioning, the way they stood in the pocket and wanted to win. I mean, that's what fights are all about.
The dramatic decision when we return to Lyon, France.
Just put Jime in airplane mode.
If you're just joining us, too bad, ladies and gentlemen. You probably missed the fight of the night.
Yeah, fantastic fight, and it was all about volume from both gentlemen. Sat in the pocket and just exchanged combinations, but you saw that big output from Hindouf, but Garrick Belay kept coming forward, landing his combinations. I mean, going into that second round, it was very close. I mean, very hard to tell who took a clear advantage. But just was an impressive debut for Hindouf, who just was able to sit there and just keep coming forward. That was the best, probably, strike in the fight. And it all came down to that third round. Both had good moments. Belay trying to land his power shots against that volume striking of Hindouf. That was just the clip leg, no knockdown, but fantastic output, fantastic fight from both guys.
And look at these strike count statistics. Mohammed Hindouf threw 334 strikes, landing 241. Belay, not even in the same ballpark. Strikes by zone. Another stat tilted heavily in Hindouf's favor. But did he do enough according to the judges? Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. They give us back a split decision. Scoring this bout, 29-28, Belay. 29-28, Hindouf. 30-27, Belay. 30-27, Hindouf. And our fifth and final judge scores the bout 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Mohammed Hindouf.
I'm here with your winner, Mohammed Hindouf. Man, how do you feel for your glory performance?
Comment tu te sens après cette performance?
Can I speak English? Yes. It was crazy. It was difficult, but I win. And with the massage, I'm coming in this division lightweight.
C'était fou, c'était dur, mais j'ai gagné la division lightweight, j'arrive.
You're known for your conditioning. You had a lot of high output. How did you feel going into the scorecards?
T'es connu pour ta condition physique, comment tu te sentais au fil du combat?
Bah, il était là, il était présent. Il a tenu jusqu'au bout. Bravo à lui, franchement, un beau combat se fait à deux. Ce soir, on a fait un très beau combat. Voilà.
My opponent was there till the end. It was really tough, and for a great fight, he takes two to tango.
All right, let's hear it for your winner, Mohammed Hindouf.
incredible performance, and anyone who's going to fight Muhammad Hindu better come in shape. The best shape of their lives. Still to come, Mate Pinnas, the Fighting Czech, looks to improve on his outstanding 22-3 record and a 50% KO ratio against French fan favorite Yassin Agan, who will be looking for his 23rd professional KO. But first, one of Britain's best stand-up fighters makes his return to glory after a 15-month absence. Waiting for him is the man nicknamed the Supreme Fighting Machine, Vedat Hoduk. That's next.
We next turn our attention to the welterweight division. This veteran of over 50 career battles realizes the dream of stepping into the glory ring tonight. Here comes Vedat Hoduk.
The Supreme Fighting Machine out of Turkey, Vedat Hoduk, 52 professional fights, 47 wins, Joe, and 29 by knockout.
Yeah, his recent loss was against a Glory veteran, Jimmy Vigneault, who's, you know, one of the top fighters that we have in the sport. But expect him to really come in and try to hurt the body punches, try to use good spin attacks. I mean, he's just an exciting fighter to watch, and he's full of emotion and full intention. You know, he's in to win, and we saw him in the stare down. He's ready to go.
It's interesting, a lot of fighters say, hey, I'm fighting for my family, but he told us, listen, I just got married 3 months ago. My wife hates me fighting. My mother doesn't want me to fight. My friends, nobody wants me fighting. I'm doing this for me, and I'm coming here to knock this guy out.
His talents came to the attention of Glory scouts during the Road to Glory tournament in the UK. Here is Jamie Bates.
Jamie Bates. If there's one thing we've learned about him in his brief time in Glory, Joe, it's that he may be the toughest fighter in this division.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got this tall frame, and he really mixes strikes and styles really well. I mean, we haven't seen him since Glory 54, but in that time, he's been working his boxing, and a key for him tonight, he said, is to keep it basic, keep tight, and try to land the big shots.
Yeah, back in June 2018, he defeated Tommy King by unanimous decision, and here he is tonight, 30 years old, 6'1", very tall for this division, weighed in at 169.8 pounds. He'll have a 4.5-inch reach advantage over Vedat Hoduk, fighting out of Turkey.
And he's professionally experienced, 20-fight edge going to Hoduk, where you got to look at the KO power advantage as well going to the Turkish fighter, but you got to look at the Glory experience. This is Jamie Bates' 4th Glory fight.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, trained in wushu and kickboxing, He brings a 61% career knockout ratio to the ring. As a professional, 47 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 29 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at 169.3 pounds, 76.8 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Istanbul, Turkey, here is Vedat, the Supreme Fighting Machine, Adu! Here now is his opponent fighting out of the white corner. He last competed on home soil at Glory 54 in Birmingham. His professional record, 25 wins with 7 losses. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at 169.8 pounds and even 77 kilos. He's here in Lyon tonight, fighting out of Durham, England. Introducing Jamie Bates. Your referee for this contest, John Axwood.
Okay, guys, you both know the rules. So on a clean fight. Break is break, stop is stop. Okay?
They do not touch gloves. Bates not happy at all that Hoduk got right in his face yesterday at the weigh-in.
Yeah, Jamie Bates is a nice guy outside of the ring, and I mean, it kind of riled him up a little bit. So let's see if Hoduk can back it up.
Hoduk in his Glory debut wearing the black gloves, Bates in the white, fighting for Glory for the 4th time. 2 wins, 1 loss. And the 1 loss was to Ivan Dannenberg. I mean, he showed us so much heart in that fight. Got dropped with a body shot. Finished the fight despite not being able to lift his hands much above his waist.
And right away you can see that the footwork that Jamie Bates has been working with his boxing. He's slipping out well, countering with that left hook. And Hoduk wanting to close the distance. Chop the legs away.
Bates told us he was going to be more aggressive than we've seen him in the past.
He says he wants to bring that aggression, but also keep it basic. Keep it strong. Find his openings. Or Hoduk's going to have to use that pressure to get on the inside.
Hoduk's coach, Tariq Salat, told us that Hoduk is one of the most disciplined fighters he's ever had. Says if he's told to run 5 miles, he'll run 8.
That's how you have to be.
Break, step back.
Gotta want to really get it.
Hoduk said he went to the gym for the first time because he wanted to lose weight. He said, plus I just wanted to get off the streets of Istanbul. It's a tough place to live as Bates opens up a little bit.
Yeah, it was a nice high kick at the end of those punches. Hoduk needs to stay technical. He's kind of lunging in with those big punches. Yeah, Jamie Bates is trying to counter, exit back and counter versus that forward pressure.
All right.
Bates showing good distance control in his footwork.
Bates has had some professional boxing matches since we've seen him last. I said, what do you prefer, boxing or kickboxing? He said, I like kickboxing loads better.
Oh, absolutely. You're limiting your strikes when you just straight box. But it's a good advantage to kind of get comfortable because straight boxing teaches you to be comfortable in mid-range, which is one of the most dangerous ranges in this game. And you could already see Jamie Bates' distance control.
Break. Step back.
Boy, Hoduk is just waiting to unload, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just coming in.
Break.
I'm liking that intensity and the power he's bringing.
Nice job by Bates to stop that exchange before it got going.
Stop. All right.
Hoduk right after him. Wants to get the fight on the inside.
Hoduk says Bates is dancing. Let's fight. Big deep breaths now for Bates, who has a very interesting job outside of the ring. He's a professional falconer. His Eagles, they go and kill mice, whatever people hire him for. They take out drones out of the sky. I mean, this guy trains them for everything. And he says birds, believe it or not, are some of the nastiest, vile animals ever. They're natural-born killers.
Oh, yeah, he says those claws that they have, it's intimidating. They'll attack your humans if they need to. Picking up sheeps. But his opponent, Hadouk, the supreme fighting machine. Signature is that left hook to the body. He's really looking for it. He's studying to be a phys ed teacher back at the University of Istanbul. That's what I did.
Our glory girls tonight, Bella, Stephanie, and Laura. Round 2 here from Lyon, France. Three judges giving Hadouk round 1.
They must be valuing that forward pressure of Hadouk. But it's really Jamie Bates controlling the distance right now.
Right.
I feel he might have to press a little bit more forward to steal the judges.
All right.
Oh, good high kick for Bates. He's so much longer than Hadouk.
And that's been one of his best strikes when he mixes his head kick after the punches. He caught Hadouk a few times in it.
Stop.
Hadouk really wanting to entertain.
Hadouk told us he did 0 preparation for Jamie Bates in regards to studying him. To watch no videos, didn't know anything about it.
Well, he has a style that he makes fighters fight his way. Because you know he's going to come forward. He's going to try to land his big left hooks, his overhand rights, his low kicks. So he forces fighters into his style of fight.
Spinning back kick there for Bates.
Hadouk trying to match it, showing that he can throw it as well.
Break, step back.
Good left hand for Hadouk.
Bates wanted to impress tonight. Hadouk's making it difficult. Good inside low kick from the Turkish fighter.
Yep, I think it's a good strategy for him to use his kicks to set up his big punches. Bates is waiting for the power punch, which kind of leaves his leg there. So keep chopping away at the legs and then find the punches. Good strategy for Hadouk.
Stop.
Bates wanted a knockdown. He won't get it. Good body kicks, though, for Bates.
Yeah, trying to use that score and move mentality.
We've seen from the judging tonight, they're putting more of a value on the power punching rather than the volume.
Stop.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to damage. So if you throw a couple strikes that land big versus, 5 or 6 light jabs, whatever scoring damage is going to take precedent.
It's the most talked about rematch in stand-up combat, and it's coming December. 2 years in the making, December 21st. The king of kickboxing, the heavyweight champ Rico Verhoeven, and the bad boy Badr Hari. One wants revenge, Rico wants to repeat. Unfinished business, Collision 2 in December.
I mean, it's a very close fight so far, and you see Hadouk really trying to value his pressure fight and getting on the inside, where Jamie Bates might be scoring a little bit more, but he's hitting and moving, so it doesn't look as dominant. And as we saw in the first round, they seem to be valuing Hadouk's pressure. So let's see how the judges are going to score it going into this third round.
Hello, Bella. Spends a lot of her time in South Africa. Right now, told me she's living in London.
All right.
Headed to the third and final round. Be interesting to see what these judges score the second round.
Break.
All 5 for Bates.
Yep, that hit and move style.
Right high kick. That is a knockdown. What a shot from Jamie Bates.
He landed it a couple times in the first 2 rounds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He'll take the mandatory 8. And if anyone was going to knock someone down, you thought it might be Hoduk. Bates only 3 KOs and 25 wins.
And it's that long style he has, and you can see how he's got good eyes and good distance control.
There it is again. Hoduk's looking a little wobbly.
I am liking the output now from Bates. He's staying long, using front kicks, using the jab, scoring, making it tougher for Hoduk to get inside.
And now Hoduk knows that he needs a knockdown himself or he's going to lose this fight. Another high kick from Bates.
Bates landed a nice left hook in that exchange.
Ooh, right hand just off the chin. Do you see a difference in Bates' style than prior fights?
Well, I feel like his boxing is a little bit sharper than we've seen in the past. But he's always been good with his long-range kicking. So I would say I definitely see improvements in his hands.
Constantly moving as well, not standing still.
I'm liking that exit kick from Bates.
Step back.
As soon as Hoduk exits, that head kick's coming right for it, for the finish.
Step back.
Bates fighting out of County Durham, England. His coach is his father, Jeff Bates. There he is on the left. Very proud of his son.
Duke now trying to get the head kick.
If Hoduk is going to get the knockout, which punch or strike is it going to be from?
Well, it seems like it's his left hook or his overhand right, but I mean, I feel like he should throw them in combination. If he's going to rip that overhand right, follow with the left hook. Because Jamie Bates is just slipping outside. He needs to follow up that big punch. He misses that one right hand, follow up with a couple, 2, 3 more punches. The one single shot's not working.
10 seconds left here in the 3rd round. A good round for Bates as he scored a knockdown. So Bates is back, and it appears he's in the win column again. And here's how the knockout came. Right head kick and a beauty.
Yep, set it up with a left hook, stepped outside, pivoted, and found that right angle. You see the little pivot, boom. Got that right head kick. Just clipped the jaw, the dude goes down.
We'll be back to Lyon for the official decision next. Collision 2 headed your way December 21st. The press conference was last week, and as you can imagine, things got testy.
Either way, he's going to quit anyway, or he's going to get knocked out.
He can go f himself. I'm going to knock him out.
It's Collision 2. Now let's set the stage. December 21st, over 25,000 fans in a football stadium watching Rico versus Potter, 2 of the best kickboxers of all time.
Oh, you need your brother army, huh? When you're in the ring, between the ropes, you got to do it all by yourself.
21 December.
Yeah, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
21 December, bro.
You're going to cry again?
You will see, my friend.
Now, it's my left or is it my right arm?
I don't see myself as a bad guy, but this is what the media creates. I help them a little bit.
They didn't touch gloves before the fight. Potter's not going to touch gloves now.
Make sure you fight.
Yeah, I'll beat them, motherfucker.
Make sure you fight and stop crying.
December.
You just make sure you're there the 21st of December and don't quit this time.
We welcome you back to Lyon, France, and here are the highlights from Bates. A big performance by him against Duke.
Yeah, Hadouk wanted to come forward, land his power punches, but Jamie Bates kept his distance, tried to kick on the outside, stay long, made it really hard for Hadouk to come in. He tried to mix in spectacular offense, but you can see the eyes and the distance control of Bates made it really difficult. In the third round, we saw that good left hook, step off, created a pivot, found that head kick knockdown, which really sealed the deal in this fight for him.
Here's Tim Hughes with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of stand-up combat, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here now are the totals. 3 of our ringside judges score the bout 29-27. The 2 remaining judges have it 30-26, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Jamie Bates.
I'm here with your winner, Jamie Bates. Tough fight, man. How you feeling after your performance?
Je suis avec votre gagnant ici, Jamie, un combat très dur. Comment tu te sens après cette performance?
It's good to be back. It's been almost 18 months since Glory Birmingham. So that was shaking the rust off. After this, well, let's get the top boys. Let's get some top wins. And let's bring Glory to Newcastle.
Ça fait plaisir de revenir. Ça faisait très longtemps, presque 18 mois après Glory Birmingham. Maintenant, j'attends les gros gars, j'attends les contenders.
You wanted to come in, you wanted to be spectacular. Was this the performance you were looking for?
Tu voulais venir ici, tu voulais être spectaculaire. Est-ce que c'était la performance que tu attendrais?
I'm my own biggest critic, so I wouldn't say it's the performance I was looking for, but there was more bad intention behind the shot, hence the knockdown round 3, which secured the victory. Verdut's a very, very strong fighter with a 61% knockout ratio. I had to be sensible, but I overcame it, and I'm only going to get better.
Je suis mon plus grand critique, donc c'est pas la performance à laquelle je m'attendais, mais il y a eu les body shots, il y a eu le knockdown, donc grosso modo je suis satisfait.
All right, you came in number 8. We're excited to see you again. Your winner, Jamie Bates.
If you've ever wondered what an accent from County Durham, England sounded like, there it is. Jamie Bates, all smiles in his corner and a kiss for Dad. Congratulations as he picks up win number 26. Coming up later in our SuperFight series main event, the big boys step up. There's Russian heavyweight Kirill Kornilov, who seeks his first Glory win as he faces France's own Nordine Mehedin, who told us he looks to end it in round number 2. But up next, it's Mate Pinas and Yassine Aga. There's the Basilica Notre Dame here in Lyon, France. What a beautiful city. I mentioned it earlier, the culinary capital of this country. Me and Joe have been chowing down incessantly. Joe's suit's a little tighter than normal tonight. How you feeling?
I'm pretty good, but I said, yeah, it's definitely a lot tighter after all that French food and those burgers we're eating in Old Town.
All right, well, hey, we've got 2 fights left, including the heavyweight Nordine Mehedin and he fights like he's a middleweight, not a heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, he's got wicked combinations, a good gas tank, and he's got like a smaller heavyweight. So he's going against a bigger, Kirill Kornilov, who's experienced, expects to use his boxing. So I'm excited for that big fight.
And then our co-headliner, it's Matej Pinhas, who fights out of the Czech Republic. He's ranked number 9, and with a win tonight, he's probably going to move towards a top 5 fight.
Yeah, he's really difficult to fight. He's tall, he's a southpaw, and he's really good at timing. I mean, both of his glory wins have come by knockout, so he expects to, Agan to come in, and that's when he's ready for his knees or his punches.
So we had 5 fights tonight on the schedule, each one a different weight class. Still heavyweights. Right now, it's the middleweights. Here's Tim Hughes.
We next turn our attention to Glory's middleweight division. This battle-ready Frenchman thrilled his fans on home soil with a split decision win in Lyon at Glory 47. Here is Yassine Agan.
Yassine Agan, fighting out of France, 1 win in Glory. He won his debut, a split decision win over Maxim Borowski, and that's no easy task.
No, but his last 2 fights, he fought really tall fighters who are really good with knees. He fought Belgari, Ivan Dannenberg. So he's got another tough task because he's fighting a Peñas who's really tall and who's good with knees. So he says he's learned from his last 2 fights. He's got to use his movement. He's got to angle. He's got to pressure. He just can't stay in range for those knees. So let's see how he adapted from those last 2 fights.
Set to make his 4th Glory start. He made short work of his opponent in Paris this summer with a first-round knockout. Here is Matej Pinhas.
Matej Pinhas fighting out of the Czech Republic. He's got that chiseled look, sculpted chin, and Joe, he likes to deliver knockouts, a 50% KO ratio.
It's just that tall range I keep talking about, especially being a southpaw. He's a difficult fight for anyone. I mean, he's always ready to throw something. In order to beat a tall fighter, you got to close distance. And what Peñas does well is he capitalizes on you coming in, and that's how he gets his finishes.
He said from day 1, he's wanted to be a professional and a champion. It's all I think about. It's my life. I'm obsessed. His trainer and coach, Thomas Rahn, the Glory heavyweight, a veteran. He's very high on his pupil. As we look at our tale of the tape, Pinhas, 23 years old. Agan, 29, both pretty tall for this division. Pinhas with a 10-inch reach advantage.
That's insane. And with the professional experience, the edge going to Yassine Agan. But that, again, Agan as well has a very high KO percentage at 67%, but the young, talented Peñas, 50% KO ratio and really hard to fight. So let's see how it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He is a French national Muay Thai champion. As a professional, 33 wins with 8 losses. 22 of those 33 wins have come by way of knockout. At 6 feet, 1/2 inch tall, 1.84 meters. He weighed in at 186.1 pounds, 84.4 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Bordeaux, France. Here is Yassine Boom Boom Agan. Now his opponent standing on the right and fighting out of the white corner. A Czech national champion and a European Muay Thai champion. His professional record also impressive. 22 wins with just 3 losses, 11 of those wins coming by knockout. At 6 feet 3 and 1/2 inches, 1.92 meters, He weighed in at 186.7 pounds, 84.7 kilos. He comes tonight to Leon, fighting out of Brno, Czech Republic. Here is Matej Money Peñas. Once again, your referee is Paul Nichols.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules that you're fighting to. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions? Touch gloves if you like. Push back.
A tall task indeed for Yassine again, who somehow has to get around that 10-inch reach advantage of Peñas. I don't need to tell you who's who. And you can already hear the quarter saying use the distance 5 seconds into the fight.
And using the distance means long jabs, range control. And then you're gonna see Peñas trying to catch Hagen as he comes in.
Hagen said he's trying to find his rage again. Said he lost that rage a little bit after getting married and having a kid. Said he got a little soft. Tonight he wants to find it.
That's how you have to fight Peñas. You gotta make it a scrap. Don't make it technical. Get inside, hit the body, try to hit the head. You gotta go to war tonight.
Both of Peñas' wins in glory have come by knockout. A lot of power in his hands.
And you see that step back lead hook.
Neutral.
From Peñas, that step back lead hook, that's how he scored his knockdown in his last fight.
Keep him up. Timing, fight!
Touch gloves and keep going. Hagen said, I'm not going to win this fight by points. I'm going to win it by knockout.
He just has to show that confidence coming in, just like that. If you're going to work your way in, keep going. Don't sit there and play the single game. You might get hit once, but then you need to follow up. Try to use your feints to come in. Try to use angles. There's Hagen trying to circle now. Come in on a different angle.
Peñas would love to just stay at distance and pepper away all night. That'd be an easy work night at the office for sure.
Yeah, Peñas now finding that left straight and his knees. Tall fighters tend to use their knees a lot because they know their opponents are crashing in.
Swing and a miss there by again.
Peñas mixing his strikes well.
Already seeing redness on the outside left leg of Yassine Hagen.
Yeah, just mixing it up. Chop the legs. He's looking for that lead hook.
An off-balance knockdown there. But once Hagen gets inside, he is letting his hands go.
Yep, he's throwing his right straight to the head. If it were me, I would try to hit that body.
There's a lot of real estate there.
Yep, especially because Peñas moves his head back. The body's a little bit easier to hit, and that'll just set up the right punch to the head.
Oh, nice front kick. You saw it turn the head of Hagen.
Now mixing in that left kick.
Matej Peñas trains with Thomas Ron, as I mentioned. That's him on the left of your screen. 1/6 of his last 7 fights, Joe. His only loss coming to Donovan Visa at Glory 64 Strasbourg. You know he'd like to crack at Donovan Visa again.
Yeah, absolutely, and he got finished that fight. So, I mean, none of his fights have gone to the decision. Just an exciting middleweight. Yassine Hagen, boom, boom, representing France. Signature strikes, the left hook to low kick, because it flows so nicely. I agree with that.
Round number 2.
Fight!
And the man nicknamed Boom Boom comes right out trying to get inside again. Oh, and he's off balance.
Yeah, there's something wrong with his left leg. I mean, I saw him in the corner shaking it out. Something's not right.
3.
I think it might have to do with his left leg.
5,
I'm not sure.
6, 7, 8. Gloves up. Fight.
In between rounds, I saw him shaking it out. They put it up on the stool.
Well, he's going to go down swinging, you know that. Only 5 strikes landed so far for Agan, who's in trouble here in the second round. Long way to go for him to survive this.
Yep, Peñas now is going to try to go for a finish.
There's blood coming out of Peñas' nose, so Agan has landed some shots. Oh, straight left hand, and that is it. And boy, he waved it off. No mas, says again, as Matej Peñas gets glory win number 3 and his 12th professional knockout.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what that finish came from. I mean, I feel it's something started with his leg and his knee. And the way he stepped down there, kind of his left knee looked like it popped. He probably could have easily torn a ligament there.
Well, Peñas landed a straight right hand, Joe, before that.
But regardless, it was Peñas really staying long and sharp, making it difficult. But if you don't have your legs underneath you to be able to come in, I mean, he kind of waved it off. He tried what he could there at the end, but just too much for him. I guess he knew he was just going to eat punches.
And thank God Peñas did not throw that right hand, because we might be bringing Agan out of this arena on a stretcher. We'll make it official when we return to Lyon, France, as Matej Peñas improves to 23-3.
He want to win like this. So, you know, let's do it again. I will get well soon. I will hit the gym and I will knock this guy out.
You want to have one more fight and want to end as the best, you got to face the best, and that's me.
We welcome you back here to Lyon, France, and a very emphatic win for Matej Peñas, who used his 10-inch reach advantage to the Supreme. Tim Hughes makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. Our referee, Paul Nichols, steps in and waves off this contest with an official time of 1 minute, 6 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by technical knockout, Matej Peñas.
I'm here with your winner, Matej Peñas. How are you feeling after this fight?
Yeah, I feel good. My nose is broke, but it's not too much big problem. I feel very good after win fight.
That's 2 finishes in a row. Was that the fight you were looking for? Did anything surprise you?
Surprise? I think že nechtěl tolik boxovat.
Mikey said that he was better and won KO.
You came in ranked number 9. What do you want next?
Someone who is higher than me in ranking. Maybe my neighbor Jacob Steven from Germany. I don't know how he's ranking, but he's before me, and I won't beat him.
Well, congratulations on your win. That's 2 in a row, 2 finishes. Your winner, Matej Peñas.
Putting Jacob Steven on notice, the German fighter, who's also ranked in the top 10. I like when fighters name names. By the way, he is currently ranked 7th, is Jacob Steven. Coming up next, our featured fight on the SuperFight series. The 2 big boys about to throw down, Kirill Korneov and Nordine Mehdi.
Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the heavyweights. He fought his way to the finals of a European 8-man tournament 1 year ago. Please welcome Nordine Mehdi.
Mehdi, fighting out of France by way of Algeria. And Joe, he's not your typical glory heavyweight.
No, he comes in with a lot of volume, good pressure, good combinations, and a very good gas tank. So that's what I'm expecting from him again tonight.
Coming off an outstanding fight against Antonio Plazibat in Paris back in June. Can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. He says I'm a notoriously slow starter, but wait till we get to the second round.
His glory debut came all the way back at Glory 29 Copenhagen. He arrives a winner of 5 of his last 6 bouts. Here is Kirill Korneov.
Been almost 2 years since we've seen this big boy out of Russia, but he stayed busy by doing boxing, even had an MMA fight and won by KO. He said tonight, I'll be faster than him, I'll be stronger than him, I will punish him.
And he feels that he's going to be the one giving the combinations. And it's key for him, it says he wants to drain Mahadin in. He wants to draw him in, pull him into some of his power punches. And you know he comes from the Kuzbash gym, and you see Artem Vakhitov in his corner.
It's our tale of the tape for our headliner here on the Glory Super Fight Series. Both men in their late 20s. Kornilov, 6'5", 243. Nordine Mahadin, 6'2", 230.
Professional experience, the edge going to Mahadin, as well as the KO percentage. So expect Mahadin to kick more, where Kornilov's going to use his hands.
Inside the numbers, both men have had 2 fights in Glory. You can see Kornilov loves going with a punch to the head. That's what Mahadin likes to do as well. So we'll see whose chin is better tonight.
It's a battle of the big men in your headline super fight of the evening. Scheduled for 3 rounds in the Glory heavyweight division. Both come in search of their first Glory win, and both determined to prove that they belong on the sport's biggest stage. This bout sanctioned by the FFK-MDA in cooperation with the ISKA. And at the bell, your referee is John Axwood. From Lyon, France to Lima, Peru, stand-up combat fans are watching around the world. It's time for Glory! Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He last appeared in Paris at Glory 66 earlier this year. His professional record, 23 wins with 9 losses, 12 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, and he weighed in at 230.6 pounds, 104.6 kilos. Fighting out of Marseille, France, by way of Algeria, here is Nordine Mahadin. Now his opponent fighting out of the white corner. This big man trained in Muay Thai and kickboxing, set to make his 3rd Glory start. His professional record, 15 wins with just 3 losses, 6 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, 1.95 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 243 pounds, 110.2 kilos. He fights tonight out of St. Petersburg, Russia. Please welcome Kirill Kornilov. Once again, the 3rd man inside the Glory ropes. Your referee is John Axwood.
Okay, guy, you both know the rules. Break is break, stop is stop. Okay?
Which fighter would you rather be right now?
Oh, it's a tough one. I mean, you got to be that, the tallness, I think, might play an advantage for Kornilov, but Mahadin, just that small heavyweight. He's coming.
Here we go, scheduled for 3 rounds, an opening body kick from Mahadin, answered by Kornilov.
Just a big size difference.
Don't count Mahadin out.
No, he needs to get in, close the distance. He's got to hit the body.
Mahadin said he'll use his speed to win tonight. He'll come alive in the 2nd round.
He's going to use his movement, in and out, circle, angles. And then when he sees the opportunity, he's going to blitz forward.
In the heavyweight division, 1 shot can end it all.
Right away, you see Mahadin, when he has an opportunity, he's going to come right after you and put his combinations together.
You saw Artem Vakhitov, the reigning light heavyweight champion, in the corner of Kornilov. Said they've been sparring together. Of course, Vahitov out with injury. He hopes to be back at the beginning of 2020. Nice low kick there from the Russian.
And Kornilov is mixing it up well.
And there's the speed.
I feel like Mahadin's strategy is to kind of use his low kicks versus the punches of Kornilov. And then when he sees in, use that speed. But Mahadin's liking those low kicks.
Mahadin, a very nice guy, a shy guy, walks around smiling all the time. And he told us, he was honest, he said, my first 2 fights in Glory, I was extremely nervous. And I hope I don't feel that way tonight, but I'm not going to make any promises. I get anxious, I get anxiety.
It sounds crazy to say, but if Mahadin lost a few pounds, he could probably easily make the light heavyweight division.
We could all lose a few pounds, couldn't we, Joe?
Absolutely.
Kornilov still trying to find some sort of rhythm here. Mahadin not making it easy.
Yep, Kornilov mixing his kicks in as well with his boxing, showing his involvement as a kickboxer.
Well, Kornilov told us to watch how improved his boxing is. He's been spending a lot of time doing it.
And Kornilov, for a heavyweight, 18 professional fights. That's not that many when it comes to the kickboxing world.
You look at Kornilov and you think, man, he looks like a knockout guy. Only 6 KOs in his 15 wins compared to Mahadin, who has a 53% ratio.
Close first round.
Kirill Kornilov was born in Surgut, a city in the north of Siberia. He says that he knew from a young age he wanted to be some sort of athlete when he got older, eventually finding Muay Thai, which evolved into kickboxing. There's Vahitov giving him some tips. Not many people better to listen to than the champ.
Yep, absolutely. His opponent, Nordin Mahadin, fighting out of France, has spent some time training in Rotterdam, has begun training at the age of 8. Best assets, that speed and flexibility. You see that in his head kicks.
Round 2. Our headliner bout here on the Glory SuperFight Series. Again, Mahadin starts out with a body kick. 4 of the 5 judges give it to the French fighter.
Strong jab from Kornilov, making it very difficult for Mahadin to come in. That's why he's preferring to use his kicks on the outside. It's a longer range weapon.
Well, Mahadin said he would get started in the second round, but he already won the first. So he's doing great so far. And I don't see those nerves he was worried about either.
Yeah, he seems relaxed, moving well, staying patient. And I like when he keeps chopping the legs, especially when he goes with the outside right low kick. Big power from the Russian.
You don't want to lay up against the ropes against this guy.
Yeah, don't be a standing target. He's got to keep moving. Double left hook, body head. He's really trying to pick apart the Russian's liver with left hooks and left kicks.
Looks like he might be trying to counter the Russian.
Yep, there's that right low kicks I like from Mahadin. Especially since you know Kornilov likes the jab. Good counter to the jab, right low kicks.
You wonder if Mahadine can get that left kick up to the head of Kornilov. Kornilov seems to be dropping his arms to block the body shot.
I just like that Kornilov body shot. A lot of power behind it.
Break. Step back.
40 seconds to go here in the second round. Artem Vahitov shouting instructions as his fighter just took a left hook.
Yeah, punch in combination. He's putting 2-3 punches together on the inside and mixing levels with it. That's why he got that big shot that landed.
Break. Step back.
Boy, that low kick really threw Kornilov off balance.
Mahadine slugging now with that overhand right.
Close round 2. And while you're watching us here tonight from France, be sure to visit Glory's Facebook page and stay up to date on the latest Glory news, social media features, promotions, and so much more. That's Glory Facebook.
Первый проиграл, да. Второй нормально, сейчас третий надо выбирать просто зон. Когда поджимаешь вот так, выжимаешь, потом раз-два, третий по печени, понял? Раз-два накидываешь, чтобы руки вверх поднимать. Он не такой вверх руки поднимать, когда канапу выжимаешь. Бей по корпусу, по печени, понял? Либо сбрасывай руку, бьешь правой. И ножками не забывай, комбинация. Жест, ножки, ножки. Эй, возьми.
Joe, how's your Russian? I would love to hear what Artem was saying.
Well, I was actually watching his body language, and I'm kind of guessing that, you know, Vahitov was saying that he's got to rip the body and try to go upstairs with his hook. So let's see if my body language reading was right.
Oh, nice high kick. Good shot, and now he's following it up with the hands. Nordine Mahadine.
You asked if he can get his left kick upstairs, and the answer is yes, he can.
And it all comes down to this third round as he throws an axe kick. Maybe he meant it was the third round he was going to come alive. So Kornilov's going to have to come back here to win this third round.
Yep, that's what I think Vahitov was saying in the corner. Once Mahadine brings his hands up to block the straight punch, go to the body.
Step back.
How could Kornilov use his body weight advantage in this round?
Well, I think it's just throwing the weight behind his hooks. When he throws his hooks, they land powerful. He just needs to be a little bit more active. Can't just throw ones and twos just like that. He needs to start putting combinations together.
Right hand scores for Mahadine.
Step back, step back.
Should be a good final 90 seconds here in Lyon. It's France versus Russia. Look at the body shots from Mahadine. Landed 11 of them. And those leg kicks are starting to add up.
Yeah, and Kornilov, though, is countering with a combination. That's what he should have started doing a lot earlier. He's just starting to open up now.
Kornilov looks like he's in great shape. Doesn't appear to be laboring at all. Has a minute to let it all hang out.
Level changes from Kornilov.
Big thudding blows from the Russian.
Step back.
He's 6'5", 250 pounds.
Mahadine is just sitting in the pocket. It's almost safer to just keep pressing forward and just keep chopping away on the legs. Boom, there he goes again, Mahadine. Block the punches, chop the legs.
I feel like Mahadine needs one more big moment in this round to secure it. can still be won here in the final 10 seconds by somebody. And that will do it. A very close heavyweight encounter. Will it be Mahadin or Kornilov? We'll find out when we return to Glory's Super Fight Series. We welcome you back to France. Highlights from our entertaining headline.
Yep, it was really Mahadin trying to come in, close the distance, mix levels with his punches and kicks. Kornilov really made it difficult. The bigger guy slamming his hooks, but Mahadin continued to chop the legs, stay in the pocket, continue to press forward. There he got a nice left high kick. He was really investing in the right low kick, but really mixed well with his kicks. Got on the inside, even though he's the smaller guy, showed a lot of toughness.
Final strike count statistics overall. Kornilov 49 of 158 compared to 57 of 108 for Mahadin. Strikes by round, Mahadin with a good first and second, but it was Kornilov who was a little bit better in the third. Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. 2 judges score the bout 29-28 Mahadin. 2 judges have it 29-28 Kornilov. And our 5th and final judge also has it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Nordine Mahadin.
I'm here with your winner, Nordine Mahadin. Tough fight, man. How you feeling after this performance?
C'était un dur combat. Comment tu te sens après cette performance?
Je suis pas trop satisfait de moi. J'ai pas fait le combat que je voulais. Et j'espère pour la prochaine fois faire mieux. Donc gros respect à mon adversaire Kiria Kornilov. Et voilà.
I'm not that satisfied about my performance. I didn't do the fight that I wanted to do, so much respect to my opponent.
What were some of the things you wanted to showcase in this fight?
Quelles étaient les choses que tu veux montrer durant ce combat?
J'ai voulu faire des combinaisons. Il m'a pas permis car sa boxe ne me le permettait pas. Et je savais d'avance que ça allait pas être facile à le cadrer, à le renfermer pour que je puisse vraiment m'exprimer.
I wanted to work on combination, but his boxing didn't allow me to do that, so he boxed well.
All right, Leon, let's hear it for your winner, Nordine Mahadin.
He's not happy, but he did win his first victory in Glory as he improves to 24-9. Earlier tonight, we showed you 3 fighters to keep your eye on. Let's show you how they did. First up was Tong Fairtex, who won the opener in dominant fashion over Masaya Kubo. And then it was Jamie Bates, Joe, back in action, and he picked up a very impressive unanimous decision win in his bout.
Yeah, and he was really working on, his boxing, and he looked sharp, had good eyes, got a nice knockdown with a head kick, so really mixed up his strikes really well.
And then perhaps the performance of the night so far, Peñas with a second round knockout over Agata.
Yeah, he's just so tall and awkward, and I mean, you got to see Agin really trying to come in, close the distance, and that's when Peñas does his best work.
So all in all, a pretty good night of fights here in Lyon. Who was your star of the night overall?
Well, I have to look at it here, but I think, Mohamed Hendouf did a great job. I think he came in against, Garrick Belay, showed a lot of output, a lot of heart, and I think we got some exciting fights for him in the future.
Yeah, that was certainly our fight of the night. For us, next up, we head to Chicago. 2 fight cards in 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. It's Glory history. What do you expect from those cards in the Windy City?
Well, I mean, Chicago has always been a great place for us. I got to fight there in the past, and I know they're just a passionate, city for us. So I expect a lot of good fights coming in. I mean, our U.S. cards have been amazing, and kickboxing has been on the rise in North America.
And of course, we end that season, December 21st, Collision 2, Rico versus Vada. For the entire Glory production team, led by our executive producer, Bill Borson, and of course, Joseph Baltellini, my name is Todd Grisham. See you next time. Au revoir from France.